Good morning, everybody. This is Jackie from the Oracle Times. Sorry, having to use my camera in another part of the house because the battery's going flat and I need a long cable. Battery's going flat regularly nowadays. And Tiger's right next to the camera. So if every once in a while the camera does this, it's because Tiger is repositioning himself. For those of you that don't know, Tiger's my miniature Dachshund, long-haired Dachshund, and best companion. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is the weekly oracle reading for all star signs. We're having a look at the big energies that will be affecting your life this week. I'm also using the tea leaf cards, and Louisa, that's specially by your request because you always want to know where are the tea leaf cards. And hello, Sass, as well. Louisa's little dog is called Sass, so I have to say hello. Okay, so let's see what's in store for you guys for this week coming. And the card that jumps out is Loyal Heart. Okay. So this week's going to be about something that you have been faithful to, that you have stuck to, that is important to you, that even though it's probably had a bit of a rocky period, you've still stuck in there and you've stuck to it. It can be a relationship, it can be a project, it can be a personal goal, anything like that. It's been on a bumpy road, but you've stuck to it, okay? So the story this week is about that particular thing, whatever it may be in your life. All right, what comes up next is to the sea. So maybe lately what you've done, or this coming week what you've done, is you've let go of the control of it. It probably wasn't going as you wanted it to go, expected it to go, given the conditions planetary. In the last few months, a lot of us have had to let go of the reins of trying to control how things turn out, or what we consider to be management of how things turn out. We haven't been able to do that. We've had to let go, literally just say, well, we do what we can do, and the rest is up to the fates, the universe, whatever. So this week could very much be a case of whatever that project is that is dear to you, that is close to your heart, that you have stuck to loyally, despite, I think, having challenges. You now have let go of the need to try and steer it and control it. Or in this week specifically, a situation will come up which will have you go, you know what? This is as much as I can do from here onwards. Let's see what happens, kind of thing. Okay. And the next card up for you, the cards are jumping. Fork in the road. This is coming up so much at the moment. I think a lot of us are facing choices and decisions in life. There can be literal decisions where should I move? Should I stay? Should I leave my job? Should I get a new job? Should I go to another country? Whatever the case may be, it can be those kind of decisions coming up. But it can also be just a shift in the way you feel, your perspective. You're kind of coming to realizations. Maybe I have to change the way I think about how I do my life. Maybe I have to change the way I approach my thoughts about what is going on in life. It can be that kind of thing as well. But it's definitely, I think, a turning point this week in the way we manage things, the way we go after things, the way we attempt things, the way we push through on things. Okay, so it's going to just depend on your own story, what that is all about. Right, next up is breathe. Yeah, I have to remind myself fairly often lately to do this. When life gets a little challenging, or sometimes it can be, you see things and you read things and one can feel a little bit despondent about it, but you just remember, take a deep breath, because things are shifting and they're changing, and the deep breaths just help to sort of equalize things again and give us a breath of fresh air about all those things. Okay, next thing up is TikTok funny. I selected a card to put in the thumbnail, which will kind of cap the reading, and then I thought I must still show that card to you, and here it is. So we might feel, and it could be about this project, this goal, this aspiration, this whatever it is that you were loyal to, that you stuck with, regardless of the feeling that maybe it wasn't moving forward, it wasn't going ahead. You may feel like you're running out of time where that is concerned. You may be feeling like you're running out of time in general. You want to achieve things, you want to go places, you want to do certain things. Time's running out, that's how you're going to feel, but that's not the case. It will happen in due course. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. This card is all about accepting that you're not going to run out of time, that it's doing what it needs to do in the time, even though one sometimes feel like you wish it would hurry up and happen now, okay, because it feels like you've been at this forever kind of thing. But just hang in there, because it is still going to be happening. It's just happening according to a specific time. Time for a nap. You know what? When the going gets tough, you feel like time is running out, when you need to make choices and decisions and you feel pressurized and you need to breathe and you need to let go of controlling things, go take a nap. Literally do that if you can. Go lie with your feet up, put some nice music on, and just breathe and relax. Okay, so this week, that is the kind of guidance that is coming through for you. So I feel there's a shift happening this week in something that you are loyal to, something that you have stuck with. You may be challenged about trying to control it. You may feel yourself coming up against needing to make choices or decisions, all that kind of thing. And the best thing here is let go of the need to control it and go take a nap and breathe. Okay, so basically what it's saying is this week you're going to have difficulty if you feel like you need to absolutely control something that is kind of close to you in your life. Okay, this is the week to let it unfold as it should. Let it take the course that it will. You're not running out of time with it. Okay, let's see what the tea leaf cards are that come through. The most difficult part of a situation is now over. Okay, so that's perfect. So what it is saying is the challenges that you've been facing with a situation, there's something that you've been loyal to, there's something that you've been wanting to do. The worst of the challenges are now over. So despite the fact that this week you may come up against resistance with that, and you may feel challenged, and peace and harmony comes out as well. I just pulled the card without even thinking. It's peace and harmony. So that's what's going to follow. So the worst of the situation is now over, and what you're going to find is peace and harmony will start setting in. As many of you may know, that Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, I'm recording today, 13 November, is about to do its last one until 2033, I think it is. So there is a shift happening now, okay? There's some kind of shift that has been happening, and it's the final push of that shift. So yes, one might be forced with choices and decisions or find that they're upon you. You may feel like you're running out of time, but ultimately the next sort of shift has to take place before you can actually make any, I would say, any kind of physical changes or shifts. So wait, hang in there a little bit before that happens. Let that shift take place. And this is, someone will try to make you do something against your will. Okay, so you could find with this situation, whatever it may be, and I just sort of like pulled another card without thinking as well. That's a good one. I'll show you in a sec. So you're going to find yourself coming up against resistance definitely in this coming week with something that is pretty close to you. But don't worry about it, because the next card says triumph over troubles and obstacles. Okay, so ultimately you're going to triumph in this situation. Hang in there, take a nap, breathe. It's going to be fine. You're going to triumph over it. Okay, beautiful card this. So yeah, I think don't engage too much if you can get away with that. It's not always an option, but I would say try to engage as little as possible with any kind of resistance. That's going to be your best option for the week ahead. Okay, so now let's, because you're going to triumph in the end. So just write it out, coast through it, you'll triumph in the end. Let's have a look at relationships, okay? What's coming up in relationships this week? Yeah, I'm making that face. Not because I anything other than what those cards are. Those are not bad cards, put it that way. But there is some kind of, it can be a small thing. It can be a bigger thing. It just depends on your own life story. Okay. You deserve love. You are lovable. So a lot of you can come to realizations this week that you do deserve to be treated well. You do deserve nice things in your life. You deserve a nice relationship. You are deserving of those things, okay? Guys, I'm just going to fiddle with this quickly again. This cable is giving me uphill, I think, for some weird and wonderful reason. Sorry, I'm now dodging back and forth here, and it just is not there. Okay, it's plugged in again. Sorry, I don't know what it's doing. What it actually does is that I forget the cable is attached and I trip over it every now and then, and of course the wires are starting to pull out, aren't they? And it's a nice long one. I don't know where I get another one like that. I'm babbling, right? Okay, so next card for you guys is chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So you could find this week, some of you will bump into someone who you have already, and you felt instant chemistry with them. I have a feeling if this card turns up, that they could possibly be the kind of person that treats you with the kind of decency that you would expect. Okay, let's go a little bit further before I address those of you in relationships. Let's get a bit more of a story here. Children, your love life is being affected by children. They could have children. There's a good possibility this person does have children. If you are in an existing relationship or partnership, Maybe children have been playing a bit of a part in the story, the absence of them, the presence of them, whatever the case may be. You could find the chemistry between you and your partner is reignited this week, also by embracing childlike energy, and that is by acceptance, okay? And sort of almost naiveness, you know what I mean? Just accepting things, letting old things go, and possibly treating your partner with the kind of kindness and respect that you'd like to have yourself treated with. That's a story coming through for somebody out there, okay? And then the final card is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. That would come through after what I've just said now, okay? So I think give everything a breather this week. Just give it a chance to shift and change with whatever is happening at the moment. Try and keep it light and childlike and happy if you can. If you meet somebody new, give that relationship a chance as well. There was chemistry with them. There's something to do with children that maybe that kind of has, an influence on the decision you're going to make. But just give it a chance before you make any final decisions. I would say this is not the week for final decisions, okay? This is the week to get the feel of the lay of the land. There's still one big shift taking place in all our lives, both on a global level and on a personal level. Let the shift take place. Let go of the need to control. Ultimately, you will triumph over your obstacles, okay? That's the card that came up. We did get that one. And I think I put it back in the deck, didn't I? On this side. I put it way back in the deck, so I will not find it. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed that reading. Thank you for watching and listening. If you'd like a personal or private reading from me, and I do an amazing soulmate reading. Oh, and I'm running a little special as well for Christmas. That I will put that all in the description box below. I'm not going to stand you and fill your ears with that, okay? Wishing you hugs and blessings. Tiger, careful. He's now leaning back. He's going to knock the camera right off here. Hugs and blessings for the week ahead, and we will chat again soon.